Lord have mercy. Yo, 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 my people. Welcome back to Live with Fergie. And today we are continuing our Love Island series with episode / day 14. But before we get into that, please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And also get in touch with the social media. Instagram is at MC Fergie. Feel free to follow me. And Snapchat is Carlon123. Now, without further ado, let us begin the breakdown. First of all, this episode had so many hashtags. Hashtag Bridezillas, hashtag put a ring on it, hashtag take him up the aisle, hashtag no more shapes, hashtag girl problems, hashtag stand by your man. Where was the others? I'm sure that hashtag decision time. And oh boy, my God, man. This episode. So, Tommy's indecisive. Molly-Mae talks to Maura. Tommy speaks to Amber. The bottom line is the love triangles in Tommy's ring. That's what I've put. Like that analogy, because obviously he's a boxer. So instead of saying it's in his favor, it's in his ring, you know? Tommy and Lucie start whispering at the cushions whilst everybody's in a group together. And then afterwards, they go off to the kitchen and do some like weird best friend stuff. And everyone's just like, what's it? Amy says she feels as if she's in a school playground having whispering. And these people really just don't understand their friendship. And Tommy and Lucie are besties. And honestly, I'm telling you, this did some weird stuff in the kitchen. Like they're trying to throw things into each other's mouths, and I think they did shots or something. I don't know what it was, but Lucie just couldn't stop coughing afterwards. Okay. Now they can now understand why Lucie doesn't hang out with the girls. Because when they saw the way Tommy is able to make her laugh and the way the two of them bounce off of each other, they're just like, no wonder she doesn't hang out with girls, because she just gets on with guys better. Now, Maura oh my God, this is how you know I was rushing. Instead of saying Maura gets a text, I've got Maura gets a task. Okay, so Maura gets a text, and we're introduced to the challenge of Bridezilla. This was very, very unexpected, people. Let me just get a little camera angle adjustment. Yeah, that's all good. Now, Bridezilla, the purpose of it is they drag their man up the aisle, and then afterwards they got to stick a ring on him, on his finger, then kiss him, and the couple to do that the slowest are eliminated. Now, everybody was shocked by Yewande's strength when she pulled Michael. And Molly-Mae, when it got to the second round, Maura, she made sure to snog Tommy when she pulled him over or whatever. So then it got to the second heats. And then Molly-Mae, she started doing well. She was pulling Tommy. And then she got like 75% of the way there. And then she was moving, putting all of her body weight in and everything. And then all of a sudden, just nothing. Hello to the 2 people who have jumped on this live. Please feel free to tell all your friends and family. Now, what is this? Okay, so we get to the final round. And this was a girls' food fight. When I tell you, I've always wanted to do a food fight. God knows. But the bottom line is the girl with the cleanest dress wins. And this turned out to be Anna, who said this was officially the worst wedding day ever. Now, they later get back to the villa, and Amy is very upset because it was literally, if you see the footage, it was just Lucie, Amy, just at each other. And I was just like, yeah, there's definitely some tension being released out there. And then Amber basically has a go at Lucie, talking about how, oh, it's not fun if somebody's crying afterwards and stuff. So then, what have I got? Yeah, Lucie speaks to Amy, and everyone's literally watching as they're trying to console things and brush things over. So then, later on during the day, well, into the evening, Curtis checks to see if Amy's okay. And she later on admits she's okay and she's actually falling for him. Now, Tommy checks on Lucie, I think on a daybed, and they then get onto the topic of Maura. And Lucie just backs him up and says, look, Maura seems like a nice girl. She's been there for me, etc., etc., etc. Now, Molly-Mae at the same time is checking on Joe. And I'm telling you, this guy is just paranoid. I mean, I've got here, I don't want a bird like that, because it's strange and weird that she hangs out with Tommy so much. And I think it's literally just a case of because of everything that's happened in the early days, he's worried about repercussions and reoccurrences. Had the sort of like, you know, them inner burps that just won't come out. Now, Anton and Alma, she said, oh, I think she said, we're both good eggs. And then she said, we'd make a good omelette. You can't fault Anton. And that's what she literally said in the booth, because she just feels they're getting on so well. And like I said in a previous episode, she believes he's husband material and everything. So then, Anna, Amber, Danny, and Yewande, whilst Elma and Anton are having a chat, Anna's just talking about, look, I'm convinced that Anton and Elma won't work outside the villa. And then afterwards, she then starts crying, and Amber's just like, don't cry. Because she believes Anton's given her false hope, which is understandable, you know? So then Molly-Mae speaks to Elma, Danny, Tommy, and Maura about how Joe doesn't know where his head's at because he feels really confused and he just doesn't know. It comes back to like day 2 where he's thinking, can I even trust this girl? Oh, we got 2 more people on the live, and thank you very much to whomever dropped the like. Remember, tell all your friends and family, subscribe to the channel. Now, Joe confronts Lucie about how he doesn't like her spending time with Tommy. And I've got here, it's strange. He advises her to get to know the girls as well as she knows the boys, because apparently, like, she knows all of the guys on an individual level really well, but not so much with the girls. And she basically breaks out in tears. I think almost every 2 episodes, maybe every 3 episodes, she's ended up crying for some reason. And she basically says, no one gets me. Thank you very much, Callum. Tell more people. Tell those people to tell other people. Now, Joe then tells Michael. So after Lucie heads over, I think she goes maybe to she goes to the terrace. Joe then goes over to Michael and says she's not tried, because he's talking about how she says, oh yes, I'm trying with everyone, and he's just like, no, she hasn't. Maura speaks to Lucie on the terrace, and Maura's basically convinced that Lucie's done nothing wrong, because I don't know if you guys have heard, but Maura actually had a best friend who passed away recently. I haven't found out all the details yet, but she can understand why Lucie prefers to hang out with guys, because if that's just your personality and you get on better with guys, why not, you know? So she believes she's done nothing wrong and she has no reason to apologize or change for anyone, which I really respect. Now, Joe, in the kitchen, I thought this was just really, really super disrespectful. I think Danny was present, but bottom line is, he says to Molly that the 2 of them are both the F word. Once again, I'm trying not to get demonetized, so I'm gonna keep things clean and PG. And then he says in a jokey way, should we couple up? And I think that's, at the time when I was looking at that, I was just like, you people are just trying to stay on the show, aren't you? You people are just looking for fame. Like, talking about, oh yeah, let's just couple up. Where's the decency? So now, Joe, he then starts talking to some of the lads, and he says, do you think we'd even work on the outside? Oh, nice. 6 people and 2 likes total. Keep it up, guys. Get more people here. So he starts talking to the guys, talking about, do you think we'd actually work on the outside? And Tommy, he basically just says, look, don't overthink it, because all of the guys are saying, look, you're going overboard, man, deeping things too much. Now, Molly-Mae then backstabs Maura to Tommy in the bed when everybody heads to sleep. And then afterwards puts herself in his arms when they head to sleep. So the next morning, Tommy checks on Lucie at the swing chair bed thingy, because I really don't know what this thing is, okay? And the bottom line is, Tommy's a good friend, talking about, look, I'm always going to be there for you. Don't feel the need to change for anybody else. And he's got good advice, so I support that, you know? Now, Joe talks to Danny and Curtis, and he basically says, I'm hoping this morning is the day that Lucie is going to wake up, it's going to change. And then when he gets to the booth to speak to the camera, he says, if there's no compromise, I just don't see how things are going to work. And I'm thinking to myself, he keeps battling with this idea of, are we too different to work? And I'm just like, it's day 14, and like there were already problems by day 2. Like, me personally, I don't see them working on the outside. I just don't see it. Okay. Now, Elma, Maura, and Lucie, they could basically catch up, and Elma, she's convinced she's waiting to kiss Anton because kissing is like having sex just because of all the things it leads up to. So she says she likes the fact that they're both kind of old-fashioned. And she says she's getting used to the idea of basically him being Scottish because at first it was kind of, not to say annoying, but I don't even know how to describe Anton being a Scot, how that affects her. But either way, moving on. Recoupling. God, okay. So, Maura, after finding out about the recoupling, in the kitchen, Maura gets an ice lolly. And she practically puts the entire thing in her mouth, looks over at Tommy with some of the guys present. And I was just like, no. Just like, oh, just like, it's done, it's finished. Just like, what? Okay. And then Tommy's just like, guys, did you people clock onto that? Like, she put the entire thing in her mouth. And Tommy's just like, Tommy, you can see my guy's just like, oh. And then, literally, they look over at her and he's just like, let's stay still. I'm gonna look at her and see if she's looking back. And then the camera angle just shows like she's sucking like a little bit of the lolly at a time, and it's just like, you know what's going on. And then bottom line is Tommy's decided that he's literally split in the middle, 50-50. Anton's indecisive. So is Tommy. Anna, Lucie, Amy, and Yewande consult together. Now, Elma and Maura aren't confident. Molly-Mae is apprehensive, and Curtis gets the text. To the fire pit. The recoupling results are Danny and Yewande, Curtis and Amy, Michael and Amber, Joe and Lucie, which then afterwards, if you saw Amy's face, the camera angle, Amy's face was like, what just happened? And I can't tell if that face was she was hoping Lucie was going to leave because she wouldn't get picked, or if it was, why did you pick her? Like, after all the problems you guys are facing. So if you saw her face, I was just like, whoa. Then Anton and Elma, and then he was kind enough to run over to Anna immediately and give her a hug. You could see it was just out of sympathy. My guy's thinking to himself, oh God, I know I promised you loyalty, but at the end of the day, it's Love Island, not Friend Island, you know? Tommy, now, this was the moment of truth. And when I tell you, I was shocked, especially after the things he was saying. I was thinking to myself, yes, I know exactly who you're going to choose. This was the result, people. Tommy and Maura. No, my God, I said it wrong. See, in my head, I'm still thinking he was going to choose Maura. It was Tommy and Molly-Mae. And I was shocked. Like, part of me was thinking, yeah, he might choose her, you know. But then I was just like, nah, like, I mean, you got Maura laying it on thick. But yeah, he chose Molly-Mae. And I think that's ultimately because she's 28 years old. Tommy's 20. 8-year difference. It's the same thing with Sharif and Anna. I couldn't see that working on the outside. It's like me being with someone 8 years older than me. I don't see that working. Like, that person would be 26. And I'm 18. Nah, I don't see it. I don't see it, okay? So then, this was... okay, so if that wasn't shocking enough... if that was not shocking enough, this was the ultimate shock. I'm telling you people right now, this was the ultimate shock. So you know how usually, after something like that happens, depart, exit the island, go back to your homeland's territory, you know? Deportation, you're getting off the island, okay? This is what happens. Maura gets a text. Maura and Anna are going on dates with Jordan, and I didn't remember the other dude's name. So if anyone knows that, drop that in the comment section. I don't know who the other dude is, but I'll probably find out in the next episode. And then they go off for their dates. We don't see anything. Camera angle cuts. But then Curtis gets a text. He gets a text after they've got a text. Okay? Oh, God, excuse me. And basically, after he gets this text, the bottom line is the Islanders must vote within their couples on the 2 couples that they believe are the least incompatible. No, I said that wrong. The least compatible, but most incompatible. Yeah. They got to vote on the most incompatible / least compatible. And the thing is, I actually watched about maybe 5 to 10 minutes of After Sun afterwards. And Wes Nelson was talking about how, listen, if they go, there's two ways they can answer this. One, based off of friends and if they want them to stay in the island. And two, based off of actually answering the question. And he ultimately believes that one of those two couples is definitely going to be Juicy. And that is the end of the notes. So, another interesting episode. I gotta let you guys know that tomorrow's episode will probably happen either later on, like at 11 o'clock, or maybe even the next day as I'm busy in the evening. But it will come out. Until then, I'm hoping you've enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Tell all your friends and family. We've ended up with 6 people on this live stream. Thank you very much. 2 likes. Let's increase the numbers, people. And remember, feel free to get in touch. Snapchat is Carlon123, and my Instagram is @MC_Fergie. Follow me up. Boost the followers, boost the followers. Okay. Hope you've enjoyed. Peace and God bless.